Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. Okay, guys, today's topic. It, like I've said in the past, or my last few videos, I'm following quite a few different groups and diabetic groups, intermittent fasting groups, keto groups, all kinds of them. And actually, I'm getting a lot of good topics off of the questions in these groups. But one of the biggest questions out there right now seems to be that people are looking for different apps that will help them track their calories and their fat grams, protein grams, and carb grams. And there's quite a few different apps out there, and I've researched probably most all of them. I'm not a very good technical person, so if I'm doing something, it needs to be pretty easy for me to handle. And so for me, I went ahead and downloaded an app called Carb Manager. That one seems to be the easiest one for me to keep track of what I'm doing every so often. Now, you've heard me talk about this in the past, guys. I'm not concerned about my calories. I'm more concerned about my fat grams, my protein grams, and my carb grams. I'm really concerned more about my protein grams and my fat grams or my carb grams. The reason for that is because Emily and I aren't in the we're in the position now where we do not want to lose any weight. What we're looking to do is to keep adding lean muscle and not gain any extra body fat. Matter of fact, I could actually lose a little more body fat. So that's why it's so important for me to understand and keep track of where my carbs are. Now, we've been doing this for a long, long time, and so when I've been tracking this periodically for a long time, and I kind of know my foods now and where I'm going to keep my carbs at. And I'm at probably a 98% of the time, I'm at a carb deficit. I'm at a calories deficit most all the time. And so I don't have to worry about those. But what I really want to focus on is how much protein do I need per day average in order to keep gaining lean muscle. And of course, the recovery time is your signal if you're not eating enough protein or if you're not eating enough calories, that it's your recovery time. If you're not recovering after your training, you're exhausted, you're tired, you got to take naps and things, well, then obviously there's something wrong there. Okay? Um, as you can see, I'm drinking my fat coffee today. This is my non-fasting day. But in my fat coffee, guys, I'm more, like I said, I'm more concerned as a senior to make sure I'm bringing in enough protein. Because see, guys, at my age and at my wife's age, we don't metabolize protein as well as our younger counterparts do. And that's why science has been telling us for a while now that seniors need to actually up their protein even more than our younger counterparts. Now, there's a myth out there that the doctors are misleading people, saying that a certain amount of protein is going to cause kidney issues. Well, if you don't have a kidney issue, if you have a healthy kidney, you don't worry about that. It's not going to cause your kidney to overwork. So it's not going to happen. Now, if you do have a kidney issues, you need to reverse it and get that kidney healthy and then go on a good program if you're looking to add more lean muscle. Now, Emily and I both do interval strength training. So obviously that's going to help us to add more lean muscle as well. We work out 5 to 6 days a week. So my concern is the protein. And so in my fat coffee here, what I found to help add more protein throughout the day, because see, if I cannot eat, according to my app, I cannot eat that amount of food to get the amount of protein that I need per day that the app is saying I need to do in order to gain X amount of pounds of muscle in a certain amount of time. And so what I went out to do is I wanted to see, okay, actually, how much protein do I need? How many calories do I need per day? How many fat grams and so forth? And how do I, how many carb grams do I need per day? Now, let me give you an example of what my app said for me to add 6 pounds of muscle. Calorie wise, it's telling me that I need to bring in 3,400 calories a day. No way. I won't even get close. Well, I get pretty close sometimes. It all depends on what kind of fats I've added to my meals that day. Now, my non-fasting days, guys, I add olive oil and MCT oil to my meals to bring up my calories to get to as close to that as I can. I think the closest I can get is around 2,900, but I don't do it all the time. Now, when it comes to protein grams, it says I need to do 222 grams of protein a day. No, I don't even get close to that. My average is probably 150 to 180. That's about it. And then according to my carbs, it's saying that I need to bring in 43 grams of carbs per day. I can't do that. There's no way. I'm very carb sensitive. If I get above 25 or 30 grams, I get fat. I can't do that. And I don't feel good. That's too many carbs for me. I'm very carb sensitive. So I have to be careful. So most of my carbs are coming out of low glycemic vegetables and some low glycemic beans. And then every once in a while I have a sweet potato or a red potato or something like that. Sometimes I'll have a piece of sourdough bread or rye bread. But I do know that I have, in order for me to keep my body fat low right now, I have to keep my grams of carbs below, at a maximum of 30 grams a day. Now, right now, if you were to look at my documentation over the days, the last couple of months, I'm at a deficit of that 43 grams all the time. I probably hit less than 25 grams a day most of the time. So, and that works for me. And so the whole question is these people on these groups are so focused on reaching those app goals that they panic and they don't understand why they can't, there's a lot of them are saying, I just can't eat that much food. And that's true. You don't have to. You guys, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And it seems to me now I have enough documentation, and of course, since I've been doing this a long time, I know my body, and I know when I'm gaining lean muscle because I document my workout every single day, which I am gaining lean muscle. We just got back from the gym. That's why I have my workout shirt on here, and yeah, I'm a little stinky. So, matter of fact, I'm kind of really a lot of stinky. So I need to get this thing done so I can take a shower. But I just want to get on here to let you guys know that whatever app you're using, all that is just a baseline to keep you focused on where you're at. And you have to determine what calories are good for you to keep your energy up and to keep you losing weight, because obviously if you don't eat enough calories, you're going to slow your metabolism down and you're going to plateau or you're going to stop losing weight. For me, it looks like 22 to 2,500 calories a day is perfect for me. Around 140 to 180 grams of protein is absolutely perfect for me. And my carb grams, no higher than 30 grams a day, works great for me. And Emily and I are fully recovered as soon as we walk out of the gym. We train very hard, very hard. Very few people can follow our training routine because of how the time that we take, that we go through. We don't have much of a rest time, and we lift heavy. We do the interval strength training, so obviously we're lifting a little heavier than most people out there. We've had several people comment on our age and how hard we train. And so obviously if I'm not consuming enough calories per day, like or if I'm not consuming enough protein per day, I'm not going to recover to where I can go back to the gym 4 or 5 hours later and do the exact same body part and still be able to keep my strength up and my energy up. Right now, like I said, we walk out of the gym and we are fully recovered. I have energy all day long. Matter of fact, on my fasting days, I have too much energy. I'm just like I'm wound out. And so I got to constantly be doing something. I can't just sit. I mean, on my fasting days, it's hard to get on the computer for 3 or 4 hours because I just want to get up and go do something. And so obviously, I'm not hitting what the app is telling me I have to hit because that's not going to work for me. But it's just a baseline to give me an idea. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? So don't be so focused on, or don't stress out on whatever app you're using if you're not hitting the projected numbers that they want you to hit, because most likely that those numbers are probably too high. You know, if you're in a calorie deficit or if you're in a carbohydrate deficit, you're going to lose body fat no matter what. If you're in a deficit, it's just automatic. That's just how it works. So that's all you really need to know. You just need to know that you do need to have enough calories. If you're doing our alternate day fasting program, or if you're doing intermittent fasting, you got to have, you should do it you should fast every other day, and you should have a non-fasting day. Now, a non-fasting day could mean that you might be still fasting at 16 hours. You might be not having your first meal until 10 o'clock in the morning, or you're doing 18 hours. You're not having your first meal until noon. But you've got a window there from either 10 or 12 o'clock all the way to 7 to consume enough fats to bring your calories up, and to consume enough protein to bring your protein up and keep your carbs low on your non-fasting days. Because obviously if you're doing it right on your fasting days, you're not going to even get close to probably halfway to what the app says. And that's okay, because that's a deficit. That's what you're looking for. And we're looking to be deep in fat adaptation or ketosis. Okay? So guys, I hope this helps you understand not to stress out like so many people are in these groups I'm in, and they're freaking out, causing their cortisol to go crazy. And so you just have to find your numbers, and that could take 3, 4, 5 months, depending on how well you know your own body. But the obvious thing is, if you're not bringing in enough calories, and you're not bringing in enough protein, and you're exercising, and you're sore all the time, and you're not recovering as soon as you're done, within an hour or so, if you're not fully recovered, then most likely you have to bring up your protein, maybe add some more good fat, olive oil, MCT oil, coconut oil, mix them with your protein drinks. But you up your fats to get your calories up even higher. You could do it that way. Okay, guys? So guys, that's Coach Bill's tip for the day. Hope you guys are going to have a great day today. We'll see you guys at our next video. Bye.